Okay, so let's go through what Elite Dangerous is like in VR. Now, there's obviously reviews, but this is me reviewing it because I review things differently. Probably not as good as everyone else. But anyway, so I've had plenty of time in Elite Dangerous in VR. The reason why I've had plenty of time is because I'm trying to grind before everyone hops on Odyssey. So and I like Elite Dangerous because of the way that the majority of things work, unless you're searching for, like going into this menu, or if you're searching for planets and star systems and stuff, you don't really need to use the keyboard. I've gotten away with using the mouse, that's about it. All the other controls can be... See, doing this here, I'm doing this solely with my controls. So I'm using the the Warthog controls for this. So you can set pretty much, I think, all of your buttons. The only thing I've got is I can't figure out how to get these submenus. Like the next page and stuff does this. I can't figure out the submenus for this particular thing here. The mouse doesn't always correlate to where you're looking either. So, you know, if you mouse over that, which I don't know if you're recording out of the left eye or the right eye, you're not actually pointing at it. So sometimes when I'm up here, I'll accidentally hit like put my mouse over another planet or something like that. So there's a few little, here, I'll demonstrate. I'll put this here. So if I want to click on, see, it kind of goes everywhere. It's very easy to click on things without actually knowing what you're mousing over. But other than that, Elite Dangerous, you can pretty much just stay in VR. Unless you're typing on the keyboard, searching for things, or the occasional mouse button press or anything like that. You can pretty much sit in the universe. Actually, I'm going to take this up as well. And, you know, just be immersed in it, really. And as I was saying, basically, I'm just grinding at the moment. I'm trying to get the most reputation I can. Actually, let's see if any of these are closer. Like all of this stuff is done, going through these menus, zooming out, zooming in, all this kind of stuff, without the use of a mouse. I can use the controls for this most of the time. So very immersive. I mean, VR was an afterthought from my understanding from Elite Dangerous. Clearly the game's been out before VR was mainstream. And then they've put the VR part on it afterwards. And as you can see, I'm not using shields. Not in this thing. But I'm very impressed with what they've done with it. It does give you a little bit of motion sickness sometimes when you know, spinning around and that kind of stuff. I still get, like, my brain goes, you're going to get a headache. But because I've played so much of it, I don't get the headaches anymore. It's as simple as that. It's just the more you do it, the easier it gets. And yeah, you'll do like 10 minutes, you'll feel sick. Then you'll do, you know, 30 minutes next time, and eventually it goes away. I still get sick when I get out in the little buggy and drive around on the planet. That still makes me sick, but I'm sure I'll get over that at some point. That's one thing that stopped me from doing Assetto Corsa. I do like my racing games, Gran Turismo being my favorite, but I don't have PlayStation VR. So I'll have to settle for trying it with Assetto Corsa, but I am very nervous because I reckon that's going to make me chunder. I reckon I'm going to have to take a bucket for that one. So DCS, I reckon, is going to take me a little while to get used to. Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't really give me the sick feeling. It does sometimes, depending on the maneuvers I'm doing, but it's not that bad. this did, like I said, make me feel sick before, but not anymore, and I'm all right. So I'm grinding now to get my federal ranks up because I want my Corvette before everyone comes out with the Odyssey update. So most of the time, I'm a delivery guy in this ship. That's basically my job. I'm the galactic postman. I do the occasional like scan. I do get into combat occasionally, but my rank is mostly harmless because, well, I am mostly harmless. I don't get involved with fights. Basically, if I get interdicted, I just drop out. The main plan is see this. I do this solo, but I am planning to get online and start playing in the open world soon. This is mainly just I want to rank up and get some money behind me because most of the time I have been playing this as, you know, like an hour here, an hour there. I do love this game. I've been spending a lot of time on DCS, but I think Elite Dangerous has got to be one of the best role-playing games I have ever played. It suits me perfectly. There's a background simulation, affects the player in certain little ways, but you make your story. My story is basically I'm a universal postman working my way up the ranks. You know, things will change every now and then. I've done a few, you know, military missions, but not many. But things will change. I've got my own plans. I reckon I'm gonna help out the miners. I'm not going to earn a lot for bounty because I don't think bounty earns a lot. But basically, I would like to hang out there and help the miners, keep them safe, that kind of thing. Do the occasional odd job here and there. But oh yeah, I should be scanning. I forgot about that. You got to get those cartographics payments, pay the bills. Yeah, so when Odyssey comes out, I reckon there's going to be a ton of people. Because, well, why wouldn't there? You've got space legs. Now we're going to get the first-person shooter people in. Now here we go. This is something I wanted to a question I wanted to ask the guys over at Frontier, but I haven't yet. Is with Elite Dangerous VR. I purchased this on Steam, and for some reason I've got 2 copies, and I think the reason was when I actually bought the season pass, I accidentally bought the base game as well. I actually just wanted to buy the expansion to add on. So now I've got Elite Dangerous and Elite Dangerous Horizons, but 2 different logins. I know you can log in with the base game and whatnot, but I'm pretty sure I've got 2 versions. But the thing is, when I went into VR, I needed to get the key provided when I purchased the game. So what's going to happen when this becomes Elite Dangerous Odyssey? Now, I understand the Odyssey part's not in VR yet. Some parts will be in VR. But I'd like to know how that's going to work. I mean, currently I don't have a full screen. Like when I take my thing off, is there going to be a sensor that's then going to push it into full screen? But also, what do we do with the codes? Do I buy the pre-order on Steam for Odyssey, and then am I provided a code to put it into my Oculus? Because the Elite Dangerous game requires a key. It doesn't actually run off of the Steam login or run through Steam VR. It is its own game. So essentially, I've got 3 copies now. I've got a VR copy. I've got the Steam copy of 2 of these for some reason. Silly me doing a purchase. You really should read things before you buy them, which I normally do, but I got a little confused over this one. But I would like to know that, yeah, if I purchase the Steam, am I going to get a CD key just like when I used the Oculus? I would like to know that, because if that's the case, I'll pre-order it off of Steam. If it's not the case, then I'm going to wait until, the VR portion comes out, or whatever, until I understand what's going on. Then I'll purchase the Oculus version of the game. But then I would also like to be able to play it on Steam, because I don't want to do a VR first-person shooter, to be honest. I don't like it. I've tried it with Pavlov, which, yeah, that's really fun. But it's not for me at the moment. I would prefer the mouse and keyboard, which I think they've said you will see a flat screen inside your VR thing, so it'll become a flat screen, and then you can do the first person shooter from there, which, it's not too bad, but the resolution on this isn't good. I want to use my curved big screen, but anyway, back to this. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, that's not that far. Let's just go get that one. That'll bring us closer to these ones too. Lalande. Back to this. Elite Dangerous is really good in VR. I'm very impressed with it. It's very immersive. The visuals are quite good. I think I'm not quite sure what it is. It looks a little cartoony. Not. Well, I suppose it doesn't. I mean, I've got nothing to compare it to. When I hop in Half-Life Alyx, they've got very clear, very detailed textures, which, I don't know, it gives you a sense of depth and. But I mean, what do we compare this to? Have you ever looked outside and seen a planet floating in the sky apart from the moon, which just looks like a flat thing? Depending on how far it is away. But I tell you what, though, when you go into Super Cruise next to a planet and you see that thing start to take off behind you, man, that is a awesome view. Watching that happen. So my recommendation, if you have an Oculus Rift or any kind of VR, and you've got if you've got VR and you've got Elite Dangerous, you would have done this already. It's a no-brainer. Like everyone, you want to test it all out and see how it goes. So I keep missing, because I keep talking. I keep missing the alignment. Silly me. No need for the unnecessary scan, officer. But yeah, I'm extremely impressed. The sickness goes away after a little while, unless you're using your little dune buggy, your little explorer there. For those of you who haven't played Elite Dangerous, I guess it's a niche thing. I mean, there's always been an argument between Star Citizen and No Man's Sky and all that, and I'm sure they're really good, but for me, Elite's the best. I haven't played the others, to be honest, but I love the idea of just having this massive universe and you make your own story. That's one thing that I just think it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. The background simulation goes on, which affects everyone in some way, shape, or form, but you do your thing. You're not, your hand's not held. You're not told, hey, you must be a miner, hey, you must be doing bounty hunting. You do what you want. Like in the middle of this, if I wanted to, with this ridiculously unarmored dropship, you could just go out and rumble. One more jump. This is surprisingly not as far as I thought it was. But I keep saying but all the time and keep going. That's something I'm trying to do because I want to make good quality stuff for you guys. You know, as cheap and dodgy as it. Oh, here we go, an interdiction. As cheap and dodgy as it is, I still don't want to waste your time. You guys' time. Best English and more. I guess it's also because I'm flying around and I've only got enough brain cells to do like one task at a time. They're all cooked. I don't know why. And what? 10 light years? Yeah, let's do a jump instead. Jeez. Doing it again. But anyway, thanks for watching. Gonna do the grind. Hopefully hop on online soon. I know you guys have asked me a long time ago when I started doing the like first 5-minute review of Elite Dangerous. You know, hey, hop on. This is my. Yeah, I would like to do that. I'll hop on and I'll see you on there, but I'm not going to add anyone specific. Career job. You know, just for the sake of, you know, I don't know how many requests I'd get, so I'm going to leave it there. If, you know, I appreciate it, but also I'm not really at the, oh, geez, again? Not really at the, you know, if I log in or if I don't log in and then, you know, I don't really want to annoy people or whatever, because I'm a little bit antisocial, I'll admit. Not antisocial as in I don't like people, just antisocial as in I'm a bit socially, you know, not good. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll upload this. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I appreciate all the kind words. I appreciate everyone who watches my videos. And I hope you do enjoy them. I'm not here to make money. I haven't advertised my stuff. So it really is just to try and give you guys I'm not sponsored by anyone. I'm just the average guy who likes to play games. And I'm actually a bit picky with my games, but I wouldn't say I'm a critic. Also, Cyberpunk 2077 is actually a very good game. The bugs do let it down a little bit, but I enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. It would be good to add more stuff in there, but as far as how it is now, it's quite good. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. The reason why I'm not playing it now is because I'm grinding. I want that Federal Corvette, and I'm gonna get it done soon. Yeah, I've hopped off this for a long time, but I very much enjoy Elite Dangerous. I think it's fantastic. If you get the opportunity to play it, if you're a little bit of a sci-fi nerd and you haven't heard of this or whatever, you'll love it. It really is fantastic. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's not too difficult. Battles, obviously, but everything's kind of, you know, put in a very easy to manage little area. So. And I mean it like everything's put into bite-sized chunks. So, you know, you just learn how you know your hard points work and that kind and utility points, and you learn you know, just little bits and pieces. It's not too complicated. Like usually in real life, you'd imagine that the size of your ship or whatever, you know, versus whatever you're trying to put in it, this makes it easy. You know, you've got, you know, something that's a size 7. You know, your frame drive distributor, you know, it starts at an E. E's, you know, probably not the best, and then, you know, it works up to A kind of thing, and A is the best. You know, D's armored or something like that, and you know, it's not too hard. Everything's very easy. You don't have to go out and look at, like, I mean, there is looking at stats, but you don't have to really look at it, you just go 5A or 7A, 7 being the size that you can fit, and your ship's got maybe like 2 7 spots and a 5 spot and whatever, and very simple stuff. You just chuck it in there, go out into space and enjoy yourself. And I can't wait to see what these passenger lounges and stuff are going to be like. I mean, the fact of the matter is, if you just want to fly around space just for fun, and waste an hour or two, you could just buy a liner. Work your way up, get yourself a beluga liner, and then just fill it with passengers, and that's how you can get paid, is by taking people out on space cruises. It's I love it. It's such a cool game, and the way that Frontier work with this, they're always adding stuff, and I mean, we're getting like little bits and pieces here and there. Like no huge major changes or whatever, but getting our space legs is going to be quite good, actually. I must have something that's really important, and because I'm not reading, I'm not seeing what I've got. Really? Good grief. These interdictions are an absolute pain. I just want to deliver stuff, man. That's all I want to do. Like, if you want to be a pirate, for those who don't know, you can just be a pirate. People complained online and said, oh, these people are trolling, yada, yada, yada. And Frontier, thankfully, and I think the smartest move was they said they're pirates. It's part of the game. If give them a wide berth, or to crap yourself when these guys are around. And I think that's brilliant. I think that's absolutely amazing, because it's giving people a legitimate chance to play as a pirate, as a real pirate. There's no rules. You don't click the pirate button and then it gives you the option to do piracy now. No, these guys will hang out in a shipping lane or something, and then they'll just... Now, where am I supposed to go? Ah, there we go. Yeah, they'll just hang out in a place, and if they see people come through, they will pirate your butt. Your butt will be pirated like a butt pirate. That wasn't intentional, but I was trying to be funny, but now I was, I couldn't get any more awkward if I tried. So the reason why I'm rambling like this is because I'm waiting for the opportunity to... Oh, that's going to be steep. I'm waiting for the opportunity to... Wow, that's bad. To land and save this thing. Because you can't pause this. So, I'm... Come on. So you can't pause it. So now I've just got to... That's not me feeling sick. That's, putting on the sound of my screen going black from the G-forces. But anyway, because I can't save the thing, I can't pause it, I've got to wait until we land. So now you're going to have to sit here and listen to me talk rubbish for another 14 Ks, which actually isn't that long, really, in the grand scheme of things. Because, I mean, by the time I get to 7, I'll be able to cancel it anyway. Well, 7.5 kilometers, I'll be able to cancel it because, well, stop the recording because of auto docking. There we go. All right, so thanks for watching. I've rambled on. Enjoy. And that looks pretty cool, that hill out there. Anyway, thanks for watching.